I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Tonight on EA Sports, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, the stage is set for our final Thursday night game of the year between the Minnesota Vikings and the Arizona Cardinals. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Well, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Operating from the gun, Seymour. Dance, and the pressure gets to him again.
Quarterback is sacked. A loss of 3 yards.
Someone came to play today.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We heard about it all week, didn't we? Especially when we visited practice. He thought he had a good matchup in front of him, and he's taking full advantage right now.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
To throw on 2nd down, Seymour. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
They're moving the ball through the air pretty well in this opening drive, and to me it was evident that they were set on doing exactly that here to get this game started. And their belief and determination is certainly paying off.
On first down, Edmonds. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Off play action. Seymour. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
5 yards.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Is good. makes the score Vikings 3.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So here come the Cardinals now for their first drive. It's Josh Allen that'll be orchestrating the offense, a 6'5" quarterback from Wyoming.
Just 2 weeks left in the regular season, so not many opportunities left. But I've got to tell you, I think he's had an MVP type of a season, and I just hope that everyone who votes doesn't go to sleep and already have their ballots cast.
I think there are a couple others in the national media who feel that way, too. You and I have been discussing this race since the calendar hit December, as have many other, but I think it's going to take 8 big quarters for him to truly have consideration. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Allen. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, trying to start it out with a bang, but it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Delay of game, offense.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
On play action, Allen. Throw left side complete. It's Price. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A huge play there for Arizona. 47 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Allen's throw is complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Again, they'll throw with Allen, and this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Fielded right around the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make? I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field.
Complete.
A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. From the gun, Seymour. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 6 yards away. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
At their own 25-yard line.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Price. Touchdown, Cardinals. Number 20 on the year. And taking the lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead moves to 15-10. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And incomplete. He was covered by Dante Jackson.
And just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. Draw play, Edmonds. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
15. Vikings 10.
Throwing on third and long. Seymour. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. The football going back over to Arizona now. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A big play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And now out comes Minnesota. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right?
He's got the lane, and there he goes. 20. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown, Minnesota.
A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And he's got it up and through. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
At their own 25 yards.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And coming off a 1-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. They run with Edmonds, and he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Number 39.
Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 41. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And it's 3rd down.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beef eaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
10 at their own 13.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
2nd down and 10.
Throwing again. Allen. Going right back to Jones. This time the connection made. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Allen now on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Price. And some space here. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as, and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
On 1st and 10, Seymour firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, but it'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete. Derwin James on the coverage.
To throw again, Seymour. And this one complete to Burnett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Operating from the gun, Seymour. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On first down, Seymour. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. From the gun, Seymour. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. To T.J. Hawkinson. As the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Ashley set to kick off.
From the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a gain of 34, so that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. Jonathan, coach. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter.
Michael Badgley.
The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a man open down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
This taken in about 4 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he's going to have the hook up to Burnett.
Complete.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29.
Edmonds running out of the shotgun. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A good return there, 17 yards, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
The tackle made back at midfield.
Another carry now for Edmonds. The 20. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Here's Edmonds. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them. Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
From the gun on 3rd down, Seymour. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
46.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback.
And that's caught inside the 35. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. And even 70 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now Jones. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Down just shy of the goal line. It's a gain of a yard.
They'll try again with Jones. And this time he is in. A great effort there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. The extra point up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Seymour, and able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fielded just inside the 20. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on second down. Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. We'll drop this underneath for Jones. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. This is caught. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. And did he get in? Yes, they say it's a touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 27, that ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And this offense is running away with this one. Now comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Vikings.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
from the gun. Seymour. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And that's off the mark, incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Seymour. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Williams on the coverage.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Allen to throw once more. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And again, it's Allen. He'll find Jones again, complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Allen off the play fake. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead.
27.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
1st and 10. At their own.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field.
Final score, Cardinals.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those